Hi, Chuck Huber here for the Stata YouTube channel. Today I'd like to show you how to merge two data sets. So I'm going to begin by opening a data set from across the web, from the Stata website, called Autoexpense. And if we list these data, we can see that we have 5 observations on different makes of cars. And I have 2 variables, one is price and one is miles per gallon. I have a second file that I'm also going to open from the Stata website called Autosize. And I need to type comma clear to clear the memory so I can open these data. And now if I type list, I can see that the file Autosize contains makes of cars again, and it contains 2 different variables. One is weight and the other is length. So what I'd like to do is take price and MPG and merge those into the same file with weight and length, so I have all 4 variables in the same file. Now let's take a look at these. We're going to, make is common to both files. And notice that I have 5 observations in the Autoexpense file, but I have 6 observations in the Autosize file. Plymouth Arrow doesn't appear in the Autoexpense file. So we'll come back to that here shortly. I just wanted to point that out as we were looking at the various data sets. So how are we going to merge these 2 files into a single data set? Well, I'm going to leave Autosize open. It's going to be my master data set, and I'm going to merge the expense data set into Autosize. So again, I'm going to leave Autosize open, and then I'm going to go to Data and select Combine Data Sets, and then I'm going to select Merge Two Data Sets, and this will open the Merge dialog box. So the first selection I need to make is the type of merge. So we're going to stick with the basic one-to-one on key variables merge. There are other kinds, many-to-one, one-to-many, and so forth, and I'll refer you to the manual for how to do these other more sophisticated kinds of merges. So we're going to stick with one-to-one on key variables. The next thing I need to select is the key variable or matching variable. That refers to, the key variable refers to a variable that's common to both data sets. In this case, it's make. Make is our key variable. It could be an ID variable or something like that. So I'm going to select make from the data set here. And then the next thing I need to specify is the file of data set on disk. Okay, so Autosize is in memory right now. I'd like to merge Autoexpense from, normally this would be on disk, but since I'm opening it from across the web, I need to specify the web address. But again, it's just the Autoexpense data set is what I type in here. So when I click OK, the dialog box issues the merge command, and this is a one-to-one merge, which is why we see this 1:1 here. Make is the key variable that we matched both data sets on, and then using, and then the file path and name specifies the file that we're importing into the master data set. So the results below show us the results of our match. At the top, we see any sort of a report on observations that were not matched. First off, we have observations that were not matched from the master. These are observations that were in the master data set that did not appear in the using data set. And then we see that there were no variables in the using data set that did appear in the master. Then last, we see in the results that there were 5 observations that matched across both data sets. So let's take a look at this underscore merge so we can see what this is. So if I list my data now, I can see that I have all 4, well, first off, I have my key variable, make, and all 6 observations from the master data set appear here in the make variable. Then I have all 4 of my other variables, weight, length, price, and MPG are now all together in the same file. But notice I have missing values here for the Plymouth Arrow. So we can get some clues as to why that is by looking at the merge variable. Stata adds this merge variable after we run the merge command. So the first thing we see for each observation, for the first observation, is that underscore merge equals matched 3. This refers to this match 3 category, meaning that that observation matched in both the using and in the master data sets. Now, observation 4, this Plymouth Arrow, appears only in the master data set. That's this not matched from master. So if we scroll back up, we can see in our master data set, Autosize, Plymouth Arrow appears in this data set, but it doesn't appear in the using data set. And that is what this master only refers to. So that's why we see data for weight and length from the master data set, but we see missing values from the using data set. Okay? And so you'll often see things like that. And if you want to understand where the variables came from, just take a look at this underscore merge variable that's created. Okay, so that's how we can merge two data sets. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for stopping by.